Can you hear me? Am I audible? Okay. Let me know if you can hear me now. Yeah, because I want to make sure that you can hear me. All right. So today is Thursday, November 27, 2025. Today was a very good day. I started the day, started the day. And then I dressed up like I was going for a meeting or going to meet a very important fellow or whatever. Yeah, I dressed up, made up, dressed to the nines. Then I went to the bank. Bank one, oh my god, the experience was wow. Like I needed to do a few things in different banks, so I decided I was going to do it this morning before I get to like the work of the day. Bank one blew me away. Oh, okay, yes. Oh, why are you doing this? Do this. Why? Okay, you can hear me now. That's good. So bank one was GT, right? Blew me away. In fact, they have this new thing where you can print your card outside of the bank. Like, press a few buttons, your bank card is out, and you can withdraw from it immediately. Oh my god, blown away, right? Service was awesome. There's a thing about planning to do something and then doing it like you planned, and then planning to do something and then something comes in the middle, and then you're like, let me just quickly add this part. It never works for me. Never. So when I say I want to do something, it's better I just do that thing, be done. Then if I want to do anything else, I'll do. I'll give you an example. The one time I was stranded in Europe was a particular leg of the trip that I didn't plan for, right? So I said, I was in Italy, and I was like, let me do Rome as part of the journey, since I'm in Italy anyway. Who goes to Italy without going to Rome, right? Or the Vatican City? That I missed the trip. I missed my bus because I was going to take a bus from La Spezia to Rome. I missed my bus. The next bus that came at 2 a.m. refused to carry me, so I waited outside till 2 a.m. Oh my god, that's an experience I don't want to remember. Anyways, fast forward to today. Today, I was meant to go to the banks and sort out like banking stuff, right? Bank one, awesome. Got it done. I was even in high spirits. I was like, let me go and. There's another bank that I didn't plan for along the way. Let me just stop. And that was the worst 30 minutes of today. Easily the worst 30 minutes of today, because it was a waste of time. That you've really hit a bad patch when you get into a bank, and it's pure water you're seeing on the table in the customer care. On the customer care table, pure water. 2, not even mistakenly 1. That's when they used 1 to hold documents on that is a time stamp machine, right? And then the second one was on the table, and I'm like, I just knew that I was in for it. Then 30 minutes had passed, and then they're like, oh my god, that this document, da. And I'm like, you know what? At that point, I was like, I made a very quick decision that, look, if I'm going to stay here with these people, they're going to waste my time more, and they're going to, I'm not going to get what I want. So once I hit a snag, I left. I just stood up and said, you know what, I'm done. Don't worry. Apparently my account was dormant. So I had to reopen it and then download the app and do all of that. I said, you know what, don't worry. As I was so upset. I don't know why it got me so much. But as I got to the third bank, which was meant to be the second bank for the day and the final bank, right? I got to the third bank, and immediately I entered and got to customer care. All of them, like if they planned it, there were 3 ladies in front. I remember very clearly. 3 ladies in front, and all of them just there, praising me. Oh my god, you're so beautiful. I love your piercing. In fact, especially where it is. That's where my piercing is. And oh my god, you are for like, I won't even lie, for like 20 seconds, I I had to be like, okay, let's get to where I'm here, right? And I thought the Holy Spirit was using that moment to just say, I'm still here with you. Don't worry about it. To lift my spirit, because you knew I felt bad. And I had to stop. After I did my business with them, it didn't take long too. I had to tell them that, look, I'm so grateful for you guys' kindness, because kindness is so free and it's so easy, but people overlook it so much, right? I now, give them feedback that, you know what, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for your kindness. That it lifted my spirit so much that you have no idea my experience just before coming here. And I'm grateful for the fact that you guys, it was planned. Like, let me tell you why for me it was a big deal. Because when I sat down, every other person that came to sit down after I did, they didn't say anything. They didn't, that kind of gang up and tell and praise them too. They didn't. So it was like the Holy Spirit was just, I got you, So I was very grateful. That was a real highlight for me for today. Because it showed me that, look, just stay according to your plan. If you plan to do something, 1, 2, 3, even if you have time, do finish that thing first. And that's the only my experience. So it probably is not going to be the same as yours. But I'm just saying, like, this is what happened, and it made me think about some of the experiences that I've had before, that when I try to include something that wasn't meant to be, it then doesn't work out, right? Outside of the banking experience, I went to one of my favorite restaurants, and I had an affogato. I don't know how to pronounce that thing, but basically espresso and ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and it was delicious, very, very delicious. So that's why I'm still happy and going at this time of the day, because I had coffee after 12, and it doesn't get out of my system for more than 12 hours, even if it's an espresso shot I take. So I'm still going. But yeah, got some work done, some serious work done. I didn't work from the office today because I was like, you know what, I don't want interruptions. I woke up with a mission. Do you get what I mean? I woke up with a mission, and I was like, you know what, let me get this done. I had the presence of mind, I had the energy, and I got most of it done. There were calls I was meant to make, and I mentioned yesterday that there were calls I was meant to make, and I didn't make them yesterday, but I did. As I was making them today, there was a particular call. As I was making that call today, in fact, it wasn't a call. I sent a message because I wanted to prepare the person for the conversation, right? Which I appreciate. When you want to talk to me and I'm not sure what you want to talk about, prepare me for the conversation. So I sent a message to say, hey, I'd like a moment of your time today because I want to talk about this and da. This is in hindsight now. As I was sending that message, someone else was advocating on my behalf for that same thing. So he now called me in the afternoon to say, oh, I was talking to this person when you sent that message, and it just helped the person give me a positive response, because even though the person didn't respond to me yet, the person had told him that, oh yes, don't worry, I'll do it. I'm so grateful. Then the next thing is we closed the deal, a really big deal today, and until it is finally closed, I'm not going to talk about it. But that was the testimony for today, because we had tried, when you knock on a door and it's locked, and it's not locked, sorry, and you're trying to be careful, you're trying to not offend, you just want to knock politely. My girl, knock very well. The likelihood is that you've not even tried the door handle. That's what we did today. Over last weekend during the retreat, we had said, that wanted to do this certain thing, right? And we had asked already. They said no. So, you know what? When you ask for something and someone says no, you tend to just retreat, right? Wrong. We went back and said, okay, what if we ask like this? So we went through someone who was going to curry the favor of the person that we're asking that thing from, and we got it for significantly cheaper. I'm talking about a lot of money today, and it was significantly cheaper. We got it for, let's just say, about 15% cheaper. Yeah, about 15% cheaper. Technically, because that's the plus associated cost and everything, 15% cheaper. And that's after they said no. And we said, okay, let's knock again. So what does that tell you? Sometimes doors are closed, sometimes they're just shut. Knock, try the door again. There was a king in the Bible that said the only reason why he was answering the widow was because the widow had tired him out with her persistence. So if you want something, ask again. Let the world know that this thing that you want is your own. So let them conspire to give it to you. That's what I learned today. What else happened today? Today was full. Like, I got a date confirmed by 2 of 8 people for the meet and greet for the board meeting. So I'm excited about that. Well, plus me, that's 3 of 8. So I'm gonna have to talk to 5 people by tomorrow to get them to confirm so we can lock the date down and get ready. So I'm excited about that. I got that done today. Today was good. What else? I don't know. 12 minutes. Okay. So it's meant to be a 5-minute thing. What I'm grateful for is the grace to have had the what I'm grateful for is grace to have knocked on the door and for it to be opened, grace to also not go it alone, grace for today's work, because it was a lot, but I got it done, and that's what I'm grateful for. I hope you get a moment to figure out what you're grateful for and just think about the highlights of today and just thank God, because it could have been worse. Today I passed Third Mainland Bridge on my way coming to the island. On my way going to the island, rather, there was an accident on the way going back to the mainland. On my return journey, there was a whole bus that burnt down on the opposite leg. So what am I grateful for? That I went out with joy and I came back in peace. All right, that's done for today. See you tomorrow.